Hey guys, it's Blah Blah Peas. Welcome back to some more Pokemon Fire Red. Before we move on to the next area, I did want to just cover this route and a couple more things of Vermilion that I actually kind of missed. And for somewhat good reason, I don't particularly care about the stuff that I'm about to show off, but just in case you are, this is not what I want to show off. This is also not what I want to show off. Meh, might as well catch it. This is what I wanted to show off, and by the way, I killed the Ekans because it poisoned me and it made me upset. Anyway, Drowsy. Honestly, I don't think it's that great. There are just straight up better psychic types elsewhere. Its stats are kind of mediocre. It does have the whole Hypnosis and Dream Eater thing going for it, but to be honest, that's about it. And surprisingly, I caught Drowsy instead of Ekans, which is actually something that I would find more worth catching, but yeah, you know what, whatever. Anyway, back here in Vermilion, after healing up my poisoned Mankey. Hi, do you have a Spearow? I think I do. One change from my Farfetch'd? I think I don't. That's too bad. Yeah, bad for you. Because Farfetch'd is, how do you say, what's a synonym for garbage? Trash? I mean, that's literally the same thing, but a different word. But, yep, that would be Farfetch'd. Terrible stats, doesn't evolve, moves suck. I mean, I don't know who was thinking what whenever they invented Farfetch'd, but, yeah, it is clearly a joke. But not a funny one. I'm the fishing guru. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Yeah, sure, why not? Grant, I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. So, when you say that you love fishing, this guy gives you the suckiest possible rod. What can you even get with this rod? Magikarp. So, we've already covered Magikarp. If you wanted to get one for free, well, cheaper, because technically you just catch it with a Pokeball instead of paying the dude 500 Pokedollars, but you can probably get it at a higher level. You got that going for you. But in the end, yeah, that's about all you're getting with the old rod, at least now. There are a couple places later where you might get a couple different Pokemon with an old rod, but the thing is, you get upgraded rods by the time you get to that area. So you could get either the same Pokemon at a higher level, or you could just straight up get the Pokemon's evolved forms faster. So yeah, old rod's not that big a deal, but I figured, hey, I might as well cover it. So here we go. That's basically it for the whole intro. Now we just gotta make our way through. So first we gotta beat Alicia, or Alicia, I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced, but we're just gonna go with it. And yeah, I had to put Sun Wukong up front so that he can embarrassingly miss and then get poisoned by a plant. Good job, dude. I sent you out here so you can get a little extra experience, because look at you compared to everybody else. Well, 27 to 27. Ignore these guys. The fact that Drowsy's on my team now. That's funny. But nah, dude, you're supposed to hit with that. Mankey. I'm not even gonna call you by your nickname. Like, I'm gonna call you by your legitimate first name, because you are not complying with, like, okay, fine, Brick Break. Fine. And that's why I didn't want to do it. But at least Oddish would have been dead by now. Well, I mean, I guess that's the mistake that I made, trying to go with a low accuracy, normal type move. I'll find something to replace it eventually. And by eventually, I mean actually kind of soon. If I'm correct in one of the teams that it can learn, and the fact that I think you can find it on this route. I'm actually not 100% positive on that, but it's definitely something I'm going to try. And it would definitely help right now, like, for real. Let's just go ahead and send out Charmeleon and hope that he doesn't get poisoned as well. Oh, yay, Wrap with a crit. God, this is the most broken move in all of Red and Blue. Actually, wasn't it broken all the way to Gold, Silver, Crystal? I don't remember when they nerfed that. But boy, did it need to be nerfed. Yeah, everything just dies to Ember now. I would much rather be using some Wukong to just level him up a little bit because he's kind of lagging behind. He hasn't been the most useful since Brock. And it's kind of annoying that this person had like all grass poison types. Just resist that brick break. Anyway, I believe, yes, this is Aerial Ace. This is what I thought was here. But can Mankey learn that? That is the question. He sure can. And we get rid of, I mean, you go with something that has been missing for me to something that literally never misses. So, I don't know. Lear may or may not be useful at some point. I mean, definitely not later on in the game. But for now, I mean, why not? I don't know. It all comes down to strategy in like the heat of a moment. Because even though I am trying to fight and level him up, I'm not trying to over-level him. Even though I still think, actually, I am over-leveled compared to everything else. I think the next gym is about maybe a couple levels, maybe, ahead of me. So, we shall see how it works out. And also, I'm pretty sure I have an antidote in here that I've never used. Thank you, I've got 2. Because I do not feel like going back to the Pokemon Center just for that. Alright, so grass types, beware. Actually, what am I doing? You probably have Geodude and Onix. Because if you have a Geodude or an Machop, I mean... Oh, wait, Aerial Ace is super effective on you, too. So, wow, this helps me against other fighting types and then grass types. And grass types don't really pose a threat to me, so... Well, some of them don't. Well, actually, grass types just don't do anything to my entire team. That's neutral against Nidoking, but... whatever. Thank you. Thank you. I was living in a moment of, well, this is happening. And then I survived. But you know what? Since I'm basically right here, now I might as well go heal. I don't want to waste all my potions or anything either if I don't need to. I'd rather save for when I'm in a dungeon or just some kind of major part of the game. Aw, you little son of... I better be able to Aerial Ace you to victory. Because if I can't, then I'm kind of screwed. Come on, Brent. And... please, thank you. I was actually a little scared. That was a Beedrill. That's another Beedrill. Same level. Same thing. There we go. Some Wukong getting some level ups. Some Wukong getting some experience. A little over a quarter. Almost. Nah, it's like 2/5 of the way to leveling up again. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Also, I think there's something in this rock. Ether. Good. Good things, good things. Alright, be right back. Alright, so let's just keep advancing. I don't think any more of the trainers are really required except maybe one. The rest are basically optional. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna try to get it. It's probably not even worth. This guy's just like, bring it on! And I'm like, yeah. Okay. Alan. Going toward the tunnel and you're just sitting here as a hiker, be like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here on the grass way down here. Why did I go to Rock Tomb and then use it? I'm sitting here just messing around with the D-pad because I'm just fiddling with it. Oh well. There goes Geodude. And I think I'll be fine as long as he doesn't have an Onix that actually attacks me. And he has an Onix, but will it actually attack me? Will he go 2 for 2 of things that will annoy me? Thank you again. So what's with the Onix on this route? Just so concerned about defense. Like, as high as his defense is, he's still almost dying to a single brick break. I mean, yeah, I'm 6 levels higher. Well, this was 4 levels higher, but still, I mean, it is a brick break. Burn Hill is actually kind of worth it, I guess. But yeah, dude, your Onix, supposed to have high defense, almost dying to a brick break from an unevolved Pokemon. It is the same type of attack bonus, yes, but not the hottest Onix, man. Yeah, there's some weak Pokemon in this route. I'm surprised I'm able to level up at all, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's the levels that are doing it in reality, but the Pokemon themselves, like the choices that I'm fighting. A Venonat now? Have we even found a Venonat before? I don't even know. I don't recall. Ooh, Seismic Toss. Actually, nah. Seismic Toss is a strange move. It does exactly as much damage as your level. So, let's say you're at level 50, you'll do exactly 50 damage, but the thing is, by the time you get high enough level for it to do any sort of damage at all, you're a higher level, so you're going to be doing more damage with other moves. That works for some Pokemon, like that was a big thing for like Chansey and Blissey in the competitive scene, because you got all that health and all that defense, but no real form of attack. But then you have Seismic Toss that does 50 or 100 damage depending on what level you have everything set at, and it's just a really good time. Blissey was a monster in 4th gen. Man, I miss that. I actually have a Blissey on my Sun and Moon, I think, or my Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, called I Miss OU. From one time I saw that it actually did go back to OU, but I'm not familiar with the tier list right now. Whenever I do start competitive Wi-Fi battling again, I'm gonna have to look into all that. Because I know people are going to be like, so what's your rule list? Like, what tier do you want to do in blah, blah, blah? So I'm going to be like, I don't know. Which one is which? Because typically I just say OU because, like, hey, anything that's not Uber, go ahead and bring it. Because I don't play with all OU. I'll say OU and then bring half a UU team. I mean, I just bring what I think is fun. And also, I don't think this episode has been long enough, so we're just going to keep going. We're going to go through Rock Tunnel in this episode as well. Let's see. I don't need to do this, but I'm gonna try it anyway, just in case. The Drowsy that I just caught can learn Flash. So Flash will allow us to completely light up this cave. And like I said, you don't need to. And it's kind of weird. I think in Red, Blue, and Yellow for this cave, when it was dark, you could still see the outlines of everything. Like, you know, you see how we are in a little circle and everything around us is just pitch black. I think in the original games, the whole room was black, but you could see the outline. So if you just kept in mind that your character's always in the center of the screen, it was even easier to navigate than this. Like, you still have enough to see, but in case you want to. And just for the sake of doing, I'm not going to teach him Flash and then not use it. There you go. You get to see everything. And it's weird. You would think Flash would do exactly what happened when you walked in. Like, you can't see anything. Use Flash, and then you can see, like, right around you a little bit of a flash is not going to help you see that far into the distance. And while we're fighting this guy, who is dressed like a Charizard, or Charmeleon, I don't even know. That's not the tail of a Charizard, but that's like the head of a Charizard, and the feet of a Charizard. I mean, I guess it's a Charizard regardless, because he didn't have a flame on the tip at all, which is a characteristic trait of all three. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and cover all the Pokemon that you can get in this area. Both of them actually, I was about to say two of which, there's only two. But both of which, one guy on an earlier route that we just went at, you know, like 5 minutes ago, had both of these Pokemon. The first up is Machop. I think it's a great fighting type Pokemon, but the problem is that if you want it to actually be really great, it has to fully evolve, and you can't fully evolve unless you're able to trade. So, unless you have two game systems that you could trade between, or you just have a friend who's actually still owning a Fire Red or Leaf Green cartridge and wants to trade back and forth with you, it's not worth trying to get, to be perfectly honest. Next up is Onix, who, as we've seen before, has incredibly high defense, but otherwise it's mediocre. It's got mediocre stats, a bad move pool, and then you can't even access its evolution in the main game, so I'd just pass on it entirely. It's slightly better in later generations, but even then it gets outclassed. Like, Onix is just, he's an anime-only Pokemon. Let's just leave it at that. He's only good in the anime. But that basically covers it for this entire area, and I forget. Hold on. Yeah, I did that just to be sure because I wasn't really paying attention, but I forgot whether Slowpoke was already a water psychic type or just water. So that's why I did that, just to double check, because I know when it evolves it's definitely psychic, but I forgot if it was like a Staryu Starmie kind of thing, where Staryu's just water and then Starmie is water psychic. Mankey, go kill your brother. Gotta say, I love having Aerial Ace now. And actually, since we're right by the exit, I'm gonna leave and go heal. I'll be right back. Aerial Ace is the best part of this episode. Alright, we're back, and I'm gonna go ahead and use me a Repel. Because I don't feel like fighting wild Pokemon. I'm gonna level up just enough from the trainers that are in here. And I don't need to be interrupted every 5 seconds by a Geodude or a Zubat. Because here's the problem, if I run into a Zubat and I miss with Rock Tomb, then I'm kind of screwed. Well, not screwed, but, well, actually, no. He could use Supersonic on me and then really mess me up for days, so I'd rather just not accidentally run into a Zubat. I hate you with all of my hate. So, I don't really have anything good for you. I have a Charmeleon who's weak to Water Gun, and I have a Nidoking who's weak to Water Gun. And they'll take about as much damage as you just did because that was a critical hit. Alright. And the reason I used Leer was to make Brick a little more powerful. Oh boy. I didn't think you'd already have Confusion. So, my boy Sun Wukong is having an off episode. Man, Burger King, you're weak to both attacks. Your ground is weak to water and your poison's weak to psychic. You are not oh, you have this. And that would have been some good experience for Sun Wukong. 520. Bruh, that would have been good, Winston. Friggin' nerd. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I waited until I got back here. I just went and healed at the Pokemon Center outside again. But as soon as I came in and didn't activate a repel, I realized how close I was to leveling up. So one more might actually do it. Please do it. And there it is. Level 27. The whole team's the same level. So now I don't feel bad about switching back out to my starter and letting him get a little growth. Especially considering who I'm about to fight. Because if I remember correctly, Homegirl's got a Bulbasaur. And that'll be fun to burn down. Oh yeah, let's actually use one of those repels now. Yeah, I didn't want to waste any of them at the beginning of the cave again. Since I was cutting that section out, it was alright. Oh, wow, a revive. Not that I was going to waste it, but still, like, I definitely want to save all my revives till, like, really late in the game. Like, probably the end game, to be perfectly honest. Not the after game, but the main end game. I want to save as many revives as I possibly can. Same goes for eventually, like, hyper potions, max potions, stuff like that. Alright, but she's starting off with an oddish. Burn, 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 burn. Oh. No, not sleep powder. Charmeleon, I'd love to go to sleep too. I mean, shoot. Who wouldn't want to just sleep all day instead of go to work? But nah. You got work to do. Wake up an Ember, thank you. Kill the weed. 420 Ember it. And there's the Bulbasaur. I just keep hoping that when they're about to die, they get burnt. Lizardon, you better wake up. You better wake up, like, next turn, or I'm gonna be salty. Oh, just wait till you evolve and grass moves do literally nothing to you. My God, grass moves are gonna do half of what they're doing now. You think they're doing nothing now? Just wait. Wake up! Hey, wannabe dragon, wake the heck up. It's already past noon. Get your life together. Hopefully someone gets that reference, even though I PG-ified it. Thanks for the nuisance, Martha. If that is your real name. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah, some of these guys I'm kind of just going to skip around because I feel like if I fight too many people, I'm just going to blast through everybody. You know, you. I have to switch out. I ain't gonna sit here and Metal Claw everything. My Pokemon techniques will leave you crying. Sure, whatever you say, guy. What techniques would those be? Geodude? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna be like, hey, I'm not affected by electric type moves. I'm gonna use Mud Sport, which weakens the power of electric type moves. Because that would make me cry because of your own stupidity. You're a better technician. I thought it would be tactician, but... Well, I mean, that was the defensive line coach's nickname for him, the technician. Like, he may not be that athletic, but he's a technician, so that makes him better than all y'all. If y'all copy him, he won't need to play. I'm like, wait a minute. Thanks, but wait. Maybe I'm lost in here. Yeah, speaking of lost, that's what we do every week when we play. Our football team sucked. Funny thing is, wow, yet again, we're going to be referring to Goof Group in one of my videos again. But for those of you that don't know Goof Group, that's my co-op / versus channel with a few of my friends. One of my friends on there, Alex, well, I mean, we're just specifically talking about him. We played football together in high school. He ended up switching to only doing wrestling, but he was on the football team for some time. So we got close to like the football coach and all that stuff. We graduated in 2012, and then last year was well, his little brother was ending his year at school, so he called both of us to go pick him up because he figured if he called both of us, at least one of us would show up. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Because I was calling Alex to be like, hey, you want me to bring your brother to your house or whatever? Where are you at? And he's just like, wait, why would you be going to pick up my brother? And I'm like, because he called me. He's like, that idiot just... I'll see you at the school, Boudreaux. And like, we hung up. We met each other at the school. The football coach was still there. Well, a lot of the staff was still there, but the football coach in particular was still there. He invited us into the locker room where literally only the sports members are allowed to go in. Graduates are not allowed in there. He kind of let us slide. So we went in there, we looked at team pictures for the past few years or whatever, and the coach straight up was like, Boudreaux, man, after like your class graduated and then we had the next group of kids, that was probably our best team, but as soon as they graduated, like, we haven't been as good as with you and the juniors that were here when y'all were here. Like, that was their best year in general, but when you were a senior, that was really our best year. And I was like, oh, really? Like, you don't have any kind of stars or whatever? And he's like, we got one running back, but he's just like, so-and-so who just keeps getting hurt and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks. He's like, well, good news about you. And I'm like, wait, about me? And he goes, yeah, you actually still hold the record for most field goals and PAT blocks in a single, well, both in a year. And I was like, wait, in a single game or a single season? He's like, both actually. And I'm like, good. And he's like, wait, why do you say it like that? And I was like, is that a record you want to be broken? And he's like, wait, what do you mean? I'm like, bruh, if the record for most PAT blocks gets broken, that means that they scored at least 4 touchdowns on you. And he's like, oh, shoot, I didn't really look at it that way. And I'm like, yeah, we lost that game 50-something to 7, and the only reason we scored was because of the field goal that I blocked. And the only reason I blocked so many PATs was because I found a glaring hole in their defense, and I was just like, hey, I'm going to go for it. Well, I mean, not defense, their line for field goal attempts, but you know what I mean. And he's just like, oh, wow. I was just trying to compliment you, Boudreaux. And I'm like, and I'm trying to compliment you. No one's broken the record. So that means your defense is doing good. Good job. And we just laughed it up, and we ended up leaving like a few minutes later. But anyway, this dude's trying to teach us rock slide, which a number of my Pokemon can learn. I don't know who would be most beneficial to learn this. Maybe Lizardon. Then again, you have Rock Tomb, and you need to get rid of Rock Tomb. Hold up. Because this will help me against flying types. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. Plus, the chance to flinch is awesome. Yeah, this is definitely worth. Might be scared of using this tunnel, you don't say. Alright, but we're almost out of here now. Just got to get rid of one more guy, and I think the rest is optional. Well, Max Ether, alright. Don't mind if I do. What up, big guy? Can you beat my power? I don't know. Do you have a Geodude, Machop, or Onix? Geodude? Check. And Burger King, you're too OP. Like, you one-shot a majority of the enemies in the game now. All you need is the levels. Alright, just another Geodude. Is the last one going to be an Onix? Am I at least going to check 2 off of the list? Come on, big guy. You gotta do better than that. Burger King's already level 29. You're making this too easy. Oh, grab. Ooh, I stand corrected. You have a Graveler. Interesting. And he's dead. I still can't believe out of all Pokemon, the Geodude family got Alolan forms. I actually like Alolan Golem. A lot of people are really turned off by him for whatever reason. A lot of people are just like, he looks dumb. And I'm just like, yeah, he looks dumb, but I mean, shoot. He's cool. I actually used one during my playthrough of Pokemon Moon. And then I eventually found out that you could trade and just straight up get Golem. So, it was all a fun time. Alright, so this is the last required fight. You got a Meowth. Wish I had some Wukong out right now, that would really help. Or just die to a single kick. Not a double kick, a single kick. And now a Pidgey. Come on, dude. Or chick. The fact that she actually used quick attacks, like, I'll get a little damage on him. Chip damage, chip damage. Ah, just got one more. They'll survive. They'll do it. See, it's just an Oddish. You can't beat an Oddish. Oddish resists every move, which it actually freaking does. Why did I use Shockwave? Why out of all moves I decided to go Shockwave instead of the more powerful neutral damage Dig? Yeah, whatever. I need Lizardon to start leveling up. Can't fall that far behind Nido King. How did I know? How did I know? In the back of my mind, I was just like, as soon as I switch, it's gonna put me to sleep again, isn't it? Remember that whole past noon thing I was saying, Lizardon? Wake up! Wake up! Touch yourself in the face with your tail. Come on, wake up. If a Charmander, Charmeleon, or Charizard touches itself with its tail, does it burn itself at all? And I'm not talking about the whole fire Pokemon physically don't get burned thing. I'm just talking about, like, doesn't it just... Ah, hey, ow. Stupid tail. Hurting me again. I mean, it does take damage from other flames. Like, it does take damage from other fire attacks. Does its fire from its tail hurt other parts of its body? That's a very curious question. About a creature that doesn't actually exist. Is a figment of our imagination via gatherings of pixels. Oh, come on. Who am I killing before I leave? I mean, if it had been like an Onix or something, I'd have been like, hey, lucky find. But no, it's just another Geodude. I've been finding y'all since the first dungeon. Leave me alone. Go away. You're not good without trading. Anyway. That'll do it for Rock Tunnel. Oh, what is this? Nanabberry. What is that for? I do not recall. Oh yeah, the ingredient from medicine. What other berries do I have right now? A good chunk. And to think, whenever I first played this game, I had no idea that the little patches were even there. Like, I didn't even look for them. But when you actually know about them and you look for them, look how many different berries you can get. Like, berries aren't as emphasized in this game as they are in Ruby and Sapphire. And, of course, ultimately Emerald. But, alright, we are here in Lavender Town. But we're not going to stick here long. Because, unfortunately, the main thing that we can do here is just completely inaccessible to us. I mean, it's not inaccessible, but basically, we would want to go here into the Pokemon Tower, which is basically a cemetery for Pokemon, which is why the music is dark and gloomy all of a sudden. But once you get to the top, you're kind of blocked. You need a specific item to get through, and we don't have that item. So there's no sense of climbing all the way through now and then just coming back later. I mean, we could. Power to if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm going east. So I'll see you guys next time when we visit the next city. And until then, thank you all for watching. Bye-bye-bye.